Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I have a first impression demo review on the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation. And before today, I had never tried a cushion foundation. And I guess basically the concept of it is it's a liquid foundation, kind of in a compact, and you open it up, has a nice little mirror in it, has like this little kind of to-go disposable type sponge, and then you open it up and you have your liquid foundation kind of in a sponge cushion area right there. And I guess this is very common and popular in the Asian beauty community, but we are just catching on. So this is my first time trying this. And as far as I know, this is the only drugstore brand that is currently putting out a cushion foundation. Now L'Oreal is very proud of this foundation and that they are charging $16.99 for this at Ulta, which as far as I know is probably the most expensive or one of the most expensive drugstore foundations that are out there right now. But I ended up getting like a buy one, get one half off, and then I got an additional 20% off or something like that. So I didn't pay that for it. But when I saw the price that they were charging for it, I was like, they're proud of that. That must be a pretty good foundation. Now this foundation comes in the traditional color ranges of cool, neutral, and warm, all like all the other L'Oreal foundations. And so it's pretty easy to find your shade, or it's more convenient to find your shade that way. This foundation says that it is from a light to medium coverage and that it is buildable, and of course it claims to give you that luminosity to your skin. And I just finished applying this, and I have to say I was actually personally surprised with how much I liked the foundation. Now normally I go for real heavy coverage foundations, more thicker foundations, and I definitely don't normally go for like luminous foundations, because if you tend to have like acne or texture issues, you kind of stay away from anything that's overly glossy. So I was really nervous with how this would perform for me. But I was really, really surprised with how much coverage it gave me. It was very buildable, and I actually feel like I'm not wearing any foundation. And I did set my foundation with this NYX HD, finishing powder. It's just translucent, and I just went over my foundation with that. But I would set any foundation that I wear with a powder. So that really helped kind of tone down the gloss of the foundation, and I feel like it gave me just this beautiful, flawless coverage, but it doesn't look heavy. It didn't settle into any fine lines so far, and I really like the coverage and the look of the foundation. So let's go ahead and get into the demo. Alright guys, so to apply this foundation, I was actually thinking of using two different methods. I was thinking of using the sponge that comes with the actual compact, because I think if this works well, it would be very convenient. Say you're in the car, in a hurry, getting ready, going to work type of situation, and you need to put your foundation on really quick. I think if this applies well, that would be super convenient. But my preferred method of foundation application is the Beauty Blender. And if I'm at home and I have time, this is how I would be applying this foundation anyway. So I wanted to kind of see how it applies either way. So let's go ahead and get started. Now the shade that I picked up is N2, and of course you can't open it and really see what shade you are, and I think it might be a little bit too dark. So we'll make it work, and I may have to carry it down my neck, worst case scenario. But it comes, sealed like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and peel that off. And then as you can see, it actually has a sponge inside of it, and then it has the liquid foundation in it, which is really actually very convenient if you prefer liquid foundation, but you don't necessarily want to deal with the mess like on the go. I think it's kind of a neat concept. So I'm going to first apply it with my Beauty Blender and kind of see how it goes. Oh, I think this actually matches really well. It feels so nice. It feels very refreshing, very moisturizing. So here is the side that has the foundation on that I put on with the Beauty Blender, and here's the side that has nothing on it. And you can see for a light to medium coverage foundation that I think it did an actually very good job covering up my skin, and I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it on the other side with the little sponge that comes with the compact and kind of see how that does. Okay, to be honest with you, this is not my preferred way of applying it. I think it would work in a pinch if you had to, but if you have a Beauty Blender, I think you'd be much happier applying it that way. But it's doing the job and it's covering it. But yeah, it's just not my my preferred way to apply it. Guys, so I finished one coat. Obviously the Beauty Blender I think provides more coverage than this little sponge that comes with it, but I think it would work in a pinch. I'm actually going to go over and see how buildable the coverage is, but I'm going to do it with my Beauty Blender. This is actually a really easy foundation to blend and build up. Okay guys, so this is how the foundation looks after I've applied 2 coats, mostly with the Beauty Blender, and I have to say that it is very luminous, just like it says, and it's very comfortable, it's very hydrating. I think if you have dry skin, you would love this. For me personally, I have some texture issues and breakout issues, so when something is this luminous, even though I love how it feels and I love the luminosity, I'm gonna have to set it with a little bit of a powder to tone down the shine a little bit, because when you have uneven texture on your face and it's shiny, it just accents that all the more. But I love how quick, how easy it was to apply, and I definitely think this is a foundation off of my first impression that I'll be hanging on to. And yeah, I really like it. And so I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and come back maybe in a couple hours and give you my final thoughts. Hey everyone, so I have been wearing this foundation for probably almost 9 or 10 hours. I wasn't intending to wear it that long, but it's almost midnight and I'm still wearing it. I did a lot of stuff. I filmed a video, I went over to my in-laws, cleaned the kitchen, did some laundry. Like, I've been pretty busy and I feel like it's held up pretty well. I have a bad habit of like holding my my hands up to my face, so you can see like in this area where I've broken out, that obviously that has worn away. I'm a little bit shiny right in here, so obviously this isn't like a super long wearing foundation, but this is about 10 hours of wear and I think it's doing very well, all things considered. That's basically my thoughts. Is it's a great foundation for easy to apply, light to medium coverage, daily wear. But one thing I do like for this foundation is that it wore off really gracefully. Sometimes with my real like heavy, thick coverage foundations, at the end of the day like this, there's like creasing and creping, and just because it's so heavy, whereas this wore off really well. So overall, I do like this foundation and I definitely give it a thumbs up and recommend checking it out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.